Hi, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a update. I'm sorry I didn't really prepare for this video. My hair is not brushed. I'm in my moo-moo, one of many. My house is a wreck. Whatever. Couple things been going on. My health has not been great lately. My mobility is limited at the moment, so between that and doing things out of convenience, I put on some extra weight, which makes me feel worse, etc., etc. There was also the unfortunate passing of my mother-in-law, which I'll speak on that in another video. But a bright spot in our lives right now is that in a few hours, we will welcome our third February-born grandson into the world, and his name is Derek. Um, Outside of that, I wanted to touch on a couple of subjects, one of which is something that I wanted to speak on, but I discovered that one of my friends has pretty much covered most of what I wanted to say. So if you want to hear how I feel about Amy's life journey, you can pretty much go to the page called Just Kate, and I'll put a link down below. But that's she pretty much echoes my sentiments on that subject. I have a lot to say about Amy, but today is not the day. Another thing I wanted to touch on is, it's kind of connected with Amy. A couple of things about Amy. Discipline versus abuse. That's a long story too. But I also wanted to touch on therapy animals versus service animals. Well, she claims this skunk is her service animal. That is one of my pet peeves. When people claim that an animal is a service animal when it is a therapy animal, there's a big difference. A certified, authentic service animal is not going to be covered in fleas. It's not going to have a crappy diet. It's not going to be fearful in public places. Like I've seen a lot of these animals in places recently. A certified, properly certified service animal is going to be calm. They're going to be soothing. They are going to be mostly unaware of what's going on around them unless it pertains to you. They cost thousands of dollars. They will. They are not likely to be neglected after paying that amount of money. Um, the problem comes in where there are a lot of companies, a lot of places, a lot of states that don't have guidelines and requirements to be a company that quote unquote certifies a service animal. There are no across the board rules and regulations. Um, and I've heard about a lot of people ending up with animals that are supposed to be certified service animals that are not suitable for their jobs. For instance, on the radio I heard the other day about a woman who had a diabetic alert dog that had anxiety issues. That it was a comfort animal for her. He did bring her comfort. He did make her feel more at ease, which did help her health issues. But when it came to being in a public place, he spooked easily, and she had to be a comfort for him more than he was for her. So that's just something I want to get more into, get more facts on lately. But that's one of my pet peeves and something I wanted to bring attention to. There are a lot of people who like to bring an animal into a business or on a public transportation, restaurants, grocery stores, places like that, that are not qualified, properly trained service animals, although they may be their therapy animal. There's a big difference. And like I said, I want to get some more facts on that, do a little more research, but I just wanted to touch on that. Another thing I wanted to touch on is a lot of the drama that has gone down recently. Excuse me, I got a scratch in the beauty community. The drama about drama, things like that. I am going to shock a bunch of people, and other people are not going to give a damn when I say this, but I don't like Jeffree Star. I don't like Shane Dawson. I don't like Nick Snyder, Dustin Daly, Jeffrey Charles, or any of these other quote unquote beauty gurus. I don't follow them. Now, I am nosy as hell. I love gossip. I do listen to the tea about them, but you're not going to find me following them. I did it one time until I discovered that they're bullies. And that's my opinion. You can argue with me about it. Well, no, you can't, because I probably won't argue about it. You can give me your opinion. We can disagree. But I'm not going to participate or follow someone just so I could get all the gossip and information on them. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. Another thing that's been a bug up my butt lately is hearing people bash Chris Hansen and his shows about Onision. And a lot of people are saying, well, he's a wash-up, he's a has-been, he's got all these sketchy people on his team, he's not really doing anything. I disagree to a certain extent. I'm not going to say he's not doing anything. Just his name alone, that's my baby, just his name alone has brought more awareness to the issue about Onision and other online predators. He's one tool in the arsenal, as I like to say. Whether it's because me and other people have suggested it, or if he has done this by his own volition, but he has not only brought in the victims and associates of Onision's to speak on this subject. He's also brought in a member of law enforcement. He brought in a member of the mental health community who also has some FBI and legal background. I don't know where else, who else he's going to be bringing on, but because of his celebrity status, whether it be former celebrity or current celebrity, matter of opinion, but at least it's gotten this issue into some of the mainstream news, such as Newsweek. And I apologize, I cannot remember the name of the reporter that interviewed Sarah a while ago. But if you Google Onision Sarah Newsweek, I'm sure you can find it. But there's just a lot of stuff going on the internet that has got me aggravated, that I think is foolish, to spend a lot of time and aggravation on, although I do it myself sometimes. But a lot of things like the so-called Hansen investigation. Well, maybe Chris Hansen himself is not doing a quote-unquote full investigation, but he is, like I said, drawing attention to the situation. He's making things more aware. And despite the fact that the YouTube CEO, Susan, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name, sees fit to allow him and other predators, obvious predators, to be on the platform, it seems like we're losing a lot of other reasonable voices in the melee. I have an upcoming video planned with a list of some of the more sorry I say so much. A lot of the what I consider reasonable voices speaking on Onision, on J Station, on some of these other online predators. I had the name in my brain and it just popped out. But again, I just wanted to pop on, give you a little bit of an update, let people know I'm still alive, I'm still kicking. You'll never know which live stream you might find me in. Most likely, you will find me in a live stream called No Good Reason to Stream. Occasionally, you will find me in a live stream from A Balance. Um, there's a couple more I go in from time to time. Of course, Stevie Wolf. And I try to contribute as I go. Sometimes I just pop in, say hello, and I lurk for a while. I'm a good lurker. I may not be good looking, but I'm good lurking. But I like to keep my eyes and ears open, even if I'm not contributing as much as I used to. I do have some plans for uh, some upcoming videos, but I'm not going to promise anything because the last time I talked about upcoming videos, you know, that's when my issues started coming about. Specifically, what's going on is I'm having some lower back issues again. I'm having some edema, which is retention of water or fluid, swelling of my legs, my hands, my feet. I've got a checkup coming up in a couple weeks, so I'm hoping that'll be addressed. I also, at the end of the month, I have a consultation um, with a surgeon about my hands that I've been having trouble with for a couple of years. The problem with them being it's basically severe carpal tunnel in both hands. And there are ways that I've learned to adapt to some of the issues I've had with that. However, it's gotten to the point where the way I sleep affects the nerves in my hands, and it's getting worse to the point where it wakes me up from sleep with my hands burning. They swell. Sometimes I can use them, sometimes they're completely useless. Things like that. So these are things that need to be addressed, and so this is what I'm focusing on. I'm trying to get some things accomplished before the surgery, which has not been scheduled yet. The consultation's at the end of the month. Um, but I'm trying to get some things squared away before the surgery because, as useless as I feel right now, I'm going to be even more useless after the fact. So, um, I am considering ordering some adaptive equipment so that I can at least type a little bit, use my laptop a little bit, and while I'm restricted on other things, at least I can do a video here and there. That's if you guys would like to see more videos. Um, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, nor do I want to be. But for a few people out there, you know, they appreciate what I have to contribute. I appreciate what, sorry, I'm scratching again. I appreciate their contributions to the platform. And I think there's room for almost everybody out there except predators. So, as we go forward in this new year, I hope to see some positive changes. I hope to see some crackdowns on some of the negative aspects of the platform, where people that are, for lack of a better term, uh, trying to drudge up a shitstorm. Now I'll be the first to say I like to stir the pot when I think it needs it, but there are a lot of people who want to um, make mountains out of molehills to detract from other things that they're up to that are on the shady side. And one of the people I'm speaking of is known as RSN, aka Craig, aka Real Stream News. He's just one person. Um, I'm thinking of, because my my timelines and everything of when I'm awake are not your normal average hours. I think I might do some community posts or a blog, and if so, if I decide to do the blog, because I can do that in bits and pieces, I don't have to worry about doing one continuous video, because I don't know how to edit. I have the dumbs when it comes to uh, technology. You know, I'm a boomer, and boomers got a boom, and it's going to take me a while to catch up to everybody else. So, but a blog or something is something I can do in bits and pieces, and not have to worry about editing so much. All right, well, this is coming up after the past the 15-minute mark, and I don't, as much as I like to talk, I don't want to prattle on too much. So just give me an idea of what you guys want to hear me talk about or address in the future. If I don't do a video, then I will probably do a blog or do a community post about it. I might do a Twitter post. Who knows? You never know where I might pop up or where I might roll in. So I did want to say there are quite a few regular people that follow me, and I want to say that I really appreciate. If I forget your name, and don't think to, say thank you. I do apologize. I can't remember everybody at the moment. I don't have that many followers, but especially people like Desert Sentinel, Chalk Boy, some of the other people from the the live stream, No Good Reason to Stream. I think Ed, Doc. There's a few others. I do apologize. I don't have the names. I did have the names all written down, and I'm one of those people that makes lists and then I forget where I put the list. So I'm 57. It happens. Anyway, to all my regular viewers, I do appreciate you all. And I do want to hear from you. I do want to know what y'all want more of, what you want less of, what I can change to make it more interesting. I'm not going to promise that I'll change everything that is suggested, but I will definitely take it into consideration. So in the meantime, until I hear from you guys, thank you again. I'm doing okay, but I'm going to be doing better. I'm claiming it. And I hope you have a good night, good evening, good day, good morning, wherever you are, however you are. Be well, be happy. Thank you.